Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life Stripes with Kathy and Duke.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. So today's episode is all about the 5 love languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts, a book written by Dr. Gary Chapman. We are going to literally take our time to explore the 5 love languages and see not only what our love language is, but also maybe you can explore what your love language is and share it with us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, love is in the air, right? So, I mean, it's one of those times. And I think people always talk about like what spring is love and, you know, it's all that. But I think it's getting cold. You want to get cozy now.
Oh, here you go. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, get that duvet out, get your blanket snuggle up. Exactly. You know,
snuggle. Yes.
Get that popcorn, watch a movie, spend some quality time with each other and stuff like that.
If that's your love language.
And let's discuss the love language.
Let's discuss the love language.
Let's do this. Right.
All right. Number one,
words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? It's compliments.
Okay.
Pretty much, I think, right? It's
right.
compliments. It's making sure that the person knows you appreciate them.
Right.
It's being extremely verbal, obviously, and expressing yourself in ways that the person's going to get that you want to be with them.
And I like that jumper.
Oh, you're so
Yeah, I mean, so I mean that's what it's about, though.
Yes,
right.
And if that is your love language, then that's going to work for you. It's not mine,
right?
Personally, it's not my love language, and I know that for some people, they need that word of encouragement where it's like, "Oh, you look really nice today, honey," or "Oh my gosh, did you get your hair cut?" That's a big one.
It is,
especially
hair?
Women. They want to know that you've noticed that I've taken time to get the nails done, the hair done.
You know what's big too? Oh, you look good in that dress.
Yeah,
you look good in those jeans.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
That's true.
Especially if you go to the mall with your girlfriend and she's like, "Babe, how do I look?" And maybe little white lie.
I was waiting to see how you're going to do this one.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Okay. No, I have a very big problem with that.
Of course you do.
Words of affirmation literally mean that you have to affirm, but it's something positive.
Of course.
And there's the flip side, obviously.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying, we've all been to the mall and, your woman says, but you can't tell her she doesn't look good in the jeans.
But you can tell her she doesn't look good in the jeans. You say, no, honey, not these ones. I don't think it, accentuates your assets. You can say something, where she knows that you're watching, you're paying attention. You're not trying to embarrass her, but at the same time, you're trying to say, no, I think that, there's another pair of jeans that are, or whatever dress that will look good.
All right, honey, you look good in the jeans.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That is not affirmation. That's just a lie. Back to that again.
And you know what? You always make me laugh.
Oh, okay. See, if you're going to give words of affirmation, and that's from the giver's point of view, because you know that her love language is words of affirmation.
Right.
From her end, if that is her love language, or vice versa, male or female, then they're also going to know when you're bullshitting them.
Of course.
I'm just going to say that. So then it just becomes almost condescending.
Unless you're really good.
Okay. Well, I think you all know what I mean. Anybody who really appreciates words of affirmation will know if they're being told the truth or not.
No, for sure. And I think words of affirmation are good. It really sets you up to have good self-esteem, feel good about yourself, right? So, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, you may want to say the greatest things to your woman to make sure that she feels good and really mean it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, all jokes aside, about the jeans and stuff like that. That's just me playing around. But I do think that that's not one of them for me. Like, I don't need the words of affirmation.
We don't need that.
You know what I mean? Like, I love me some me anyway.
However, get us in big trouble here. But at the same time, a simple word of affirmation can literally just be, I love you.
Yes. I love you.
I love you.
Right? Simple as that.
When you're not telling
4 little words. 4 little words.
4 little words.
That's
right?
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Still love your hair though.
Three little words, mind you. I love you, but that's okay.
Oh, shoot. I can't do my math.
I love it. All right, on to the next one, because we can get carried away with this because it's not our love language.
No,
Clearly,
it's not. I'm not. But at the end, I do want you to know what my love language is. I mean, do I have one? I probably have a couple of them.
Well, you should have one. They say that you should have one
Just
that stands out.
One that
that's
stands
more
out?
predominant, right?
Okay.
But for all of you who words of affirmation is your love language, we'd love to hear from you some of the things that you want to hear.
Yeah.
This can be a really, all of this whole topic really is very interesting because if you didn't know that it was your love language, when you think back to even in childhood, when you need those words of encouragement, maybe that's where it stems from, and it's just followed you through your life where people are complimenting you, and then you seem to thrive in whatever particular area the compliments are coming from.
I definitely I do agree with that, because I mean, in childhood you're gonna kind of start to mature and understand what makes you tick, what are the things that you like in life. Like do you like touching? Do you like encouragement words, words of affirmation? Do you like acts of service?
Or acts of service. I was just going to say that leads to our next point. Yes.
Acts of service, right?
Yes.
So just doing something
for you. I know that was my dad's passed, but 100% that was the way he showed love. He wasn't very, affectionate,
right.
Not a lot of touching, not a lot of I love yous until later on, actually, probably when I was in university. That's when it started. And I was like, what's wrong? Are you sick? What's happening with you? Right? Yeah. Because that wasn't his norm.
Right.
And so, acts of service was very, very big for him.
Right.
And I have come to realize that that's my love language.
Really?
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Because I think
Daddy's little girl.
I am. I'm still Daddy's little girl, and he's been gone now for 10 years. Like, it's crazy. I still go to the cemetery and talk to him. Like, that's my dad. So, I think because of him, it's become who I am, because I've realized all the things that he's done to show his love, and I felt loved. Every single day of my life, because I didn't have to ask for anything. He would just do, whether it's picking up my clothes, picking up my shoes, buy me a car or whatever.
Buy me a car.
That was my dad. I didn't.
It's almost like receiving gifts.
Stop it. Well, I guess, but you know what I mean. I was going to university,
I get it.
So it was like, you need a car, and you need a car, so we're going to do this.
No, for sure.
Yes, but my dad was awesome. Fix my car.
Fix your car. Well, acts of service.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you?
I mean, for me, I'm more of like the physical. Yeah, I like the physical touching.
So no acts of service for you? Really?
I mean, you know what? A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, if you do things for me, yes, I do like it. I don't expect it though.
Okay, fair enough.
Right. So I guess it's good when you do get it. I don't necessarily expect it to happen, but it's good.
It is.
Right. So I mean, I'm more physical.
Right. So and because you're very self-sufficient, so you do a lot of things for yourself. You don't. Yeah. And I mean, like, listen, I'm a mom, so even just helping with the kids, that's huge for me. I know my ex, he's amazing with our kids.
Yeah.
He would do anything for the kids, from changing diapers, babysitting, cook, bath. Awesome. I think
sorry. I just want to say this. There's a difference. I want people to understand there's a difference, because the way you give it may not be the same you receive it, right? So I mean, like when I speak of acts of service, I don't necessarily have to receive it for me to feel good, right? But I do like doing it. Like I do give the act of service, and like your dad,
like my dad, yes. Right? And then if you're with somebody who that's their love language,
yes.
It totally works,
exactly.
So
and I want people to understand that, because you can get lost. That can get lost in translations where it's like, okay, is that you giving it or receiving it? And there's a difference.
Oh yes, right. There's a big difference. And for me, giving and receiving, because that's how I show love, and that's how I would expect. And this is the thing. The way that you give love, whatever form of love language you have, the scary and the tricky part is that that's also how you want to receive it.
Right.
So you want to give it that way. Sorry, that's also how you want to give it. Sorry, my bad. So how I want to get it, right? So if you're doing things, I'm also going to give it that way. And if you don't see that is my way of showing love, then it becomes very frustrating. And that's because sometimes we don't take the time.
Yes.
To figure out the other person's love language or just give them what they need.
We're not attentive, right? So sometimes if you're not attentive in the relationship, then you're gonna miss out on the love language, and you're not gonna figure out, okay, well, this is how my partner likes to receive it.
Yeah.
Your partner may not see how you like to receive it. Yes. Then there's an argument. Then things get kind of messy.
Whack.
They get messy.
They get very messy.
Right. Yeah. So it's definitely one of those things that both men and females have to really pay attention to that, to your love languages. And that's why we're bringing this topic up, because when we talked about, how to make a romantic relationship even better, this is one of them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And this is why we had to give this its own segment, because a lot of people don't pay attention to the love language, and I can't lie, I've been guilty of that too 100%. As a man. I think a lot of people have been guilty of that, right? Yes. So even just talking about it and reading up on it, and I think I'm even better a person now to understand what the love languages is.
I learned the hard way sometimes. I had to go through a couple of relationships to understand that I have to recognize that my way isn't the only way. and that's sometimes because you think you're doing good.
Right.
And because this is how you like to receive it, you want to give it that way. And you think, well, why don't they get it? Why don't they see that I'm showing them love? What more do I need to do?
Right. And then you look at them, you're like,
what's wrong with you?
This person makes no sense.
Right.
They don't even know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Right.
Sad, but true.
And then you understand, then you look at love language and you're like, oh, I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
So I did this all wrong, is what you're saying.
So it's not them, it's me.
It's me. Yes.
It's me.
I didn't do it for us.
Exactly. I didn't do it for us.
Yeah. Right? Okay. Right. So receiving gifts.
Ooh.
That's number 3.
Gifts.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying she a gold digger. I mean,
oh, brother. Really? But I think receiving gifts is.
I'm just paying homage to Kanye. I'm just paying a little homage.
We're going to talk about Kanye? No, we're not going to talk about Kanye. Kanye gets enough shine. But I think receiving gifts, it's everybody likes to receive a gift. I know you don't give Valentine's Day presents or anything like that, and that's fine. Yeah. But if it's appropriate, especially on your birthday, if your birthday is a big deal, mine is. I like gifts for no reason.
I like that. Yeah, that was my whole argument about Valentine's Day.
I get it.
It's about giving that little gift. It doesn't have to be big. It could be very small.
True.
But it's for no reason. And to me, that's when it comes from the heart. Like, I mean, you're really thinking of me, right? Like, you pass by something. It could be a stick of gum that, maybe it's a Hubba Bubba that I probably haven't had in like 10 years. And you're like, oh, I really thought you'd like this.
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree with you.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had Hubba Bubba in 10 years. And then you go all crazy. I love you.
Right. But it's not your love language, right?
No.
But we all like it.
But you like it.
Because I think all these love languages, people, let's just say, they all cross over. It's just.
They do.
That's not going to make or break anything.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But I mean, receiving gifts, I think some people really like to receive gifts. Do. Like, it's really it's materialistic thing. And when we talk about the love language of receiving gifts, it's not supposed to be materialistic.
Right. But when I mean, from the research that I've done, it could also be flowers. It could be, that I don't know.
I'll never buy flowers though.
It's funny because I'm not a big fan of flowers, and I think it's a waste of money.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
That's exactly what I think.
They don't last with me. So
they're just gonna die.
That's what I say. We're so horrible.
I'm gonna spend $60 on roses that are gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
That's throwing away money.
That's my opinion too. Yeah,
definitely.
But you get me a Starbucks card. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like something tangible. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, get me an Amazon card.
Yeah, gas card. I'm good.
Something.
I agree.
Damn rose.
I agree. So no.
Yeah. No, forget it. Forget it.
Oh my God, a card is nice.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Card's okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm eventually throwing it away anyways.
Yeah, we're not into the receiving gifts thing. Okay, but if you are, it's a very good thing to communicate to your partner without sounding like you just want stuff. You know, if you have to find a very delicate way to make them understand that for you. And once again, childhood is everything. You know, if you've grown up in a household where you've pretty much been given things just, because that's your parents' way, or whoever's raised you, a way of showing that they love you, then that just kind of becomes a thing for you. And if you don't explain stuff like that properly, especially receiving gifts, because there's probably money involved.
When I think of receiving gifts, I think of Hillary Banks.
On Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Why?
That it.
Oh my goodness. You're too much. Well, yeah, because they have the money, they have the means, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's not a bad thing, but if you're getting into a relationship and the person maybe doesn't have the means,
right?
That becomes kind of it could be a bone of contention.
So let me ask you a question. As a female, right, and you meet somebody for the first time, and they buy you a gift. Do you think that is their love language, or do you think that they're just trying to impress you?
I think I would never assume it's their love language. That's the first thing. I think it really is just they're trying to impress me. Right. That would be my go-to assumption. Yeah. For sure. Because
I find a lot of people do they do that in the beginning, right? They show that color of themselves. Yes. Like, let me floss a little bit and show that I can bring you to the Raptors game,
right?
Stuff like that. But is that really their love language?
And that's communication.
Right.
It boils down to communication at the end of the day. And I also think because I am just as guilty as I said before. Whatever love language I have, I expect it back from the other person, and when I don't get it, I'm like, well, what's happening here? Because that's how I evaluate love. With acts of service. So if they equate love to receiving gifts, then if they're giving you the gifts, they're looking for gifts back, and so you have to, such a fine line.
I'm not like that though. Like, I can give you a gift and I can like pick up something for you,
right?
Because I generally just, care and love you, right, and want to do that for you. And I don't expect you to do that.
But you're going to know if your girl's love language is receiving gifts, because she will let you know that, well, you haven't bought me anything lately.
True.
And there's going to be insinuendos,
right.
You know what I mean? She's going to insinuate certain things. And so you're going to be like, what's that all about?
But I think it's better when you don't say anything, because then when I just do it, it just feels, I feel now
but the point is that if it's their love language,
you think they're going to say it?
Well, yeah, but this is the point, though.
I'm going back to Kanye on that one.
Well, okay, but hang on a second. The whole point of the conversation is that if that is your love language, and that is the way, according to the book, The Secret to Love That Lasts, if I need you to give me gifts, it doesn't matter how big, how small, for me to feel like, oh my God, he thought about me today. He bought me this today, or he went and got this today. You took effort.
But do you think that she's going to say it?
Well, but this is the conversation we're having. We need everybody to say it, because if you don't, then the person who you're involved with, whether it be male or female, who is not buying you gifts, and you know in your heart that this is how you need to feel loved. You need to receive things. You're not going to feel loved, and you're going to start acting out in all kind of crazy ways.
Maybe. I don't know about that one. That's a slippery slope for me.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
Because I'm listening to you say it, and and the only thing I'm hearing in my head right now is Kanye. I don't know.
Next. I think you guys can have him. I'm throwing him back. Oh my gosh. Quality time.
All right. Quality time.
I'm ready for this one.
Quality time.
I'm going to make excuses that my mother needs my help and go off and do something else and not spend time with my girl.
But that was just a little white lie, though.
Yeah, well, you did it.
Well, okay. It is what it is. I mean, quality time. Okay, spending time with each other. Right? So that could be your love language, where you like to spend time, cuddle up, watch some Netflix, watch that great flick, and I got to plug in Joker. I don't care. I'm plugging it in.
Yes.
Great movie.
Is it?
But anyways, I don't know if you want to spend quality time watching that. It might freak you out a little bit.
But that's where the cuddles come in. Okay.
But yes. So yeah, good cuddles. Great point.
Right?
Yes.
I don't like scary movies, so probably won't.
But
I don't know if I'm going to watch that, but yeah.
Yeah, spending time, going to a movie together, or if you just want to cuddle up on the couch.
Yeah.
Me personally, my quality time for me, like, I love bonfires.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
Right? So that would be something that I like to do, but it's not, 100%.
That means camping?
No. Scarborough Bluffs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Okay.
Your backyard.
Yeah, see, I don't do many bonfires.
Right?
Sorry.
But I mean, quality time is a good thing. I think a lot of people don't do it enough, right, as they should, and it is a great love language, though.
And quality time, I am guilty. I'm guilty of a lot of things.
I'm guilty of that too.
Man, the phone, even out for dinner.
Yeah,
it's like
it's not that I don't like it. No, I like it. But I'm guilty of it too. Yeah. Like, I don't spend a lot of quality time. So
quality time can also be on the phone. We miss the art of conversation.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you ever get on a call with someone?
I'm a texter.
And it's like blank for at least a couple seconds. It feels like forever because it's just awkward.
I'm definitely a texter.
Are you a texter?
Yeah. I'm a WhatsApp.
We're too old for that. Come on now.
Still, about. You know what? It's just easy.
I know it's easy, but that's not quality time.
I know. I'm just saying, like, because I'm guilty of not spending the quality time. Okay, I'm just saying, like, you mentioned talking on the phone, and that hearing somebody's voice, hearing their tone, the affection that they have in their voice. Sometimes things get lost in translation through text.
When you're texting.
So, I mean, it takes away from the quality time. Quality time doesn't also mean that you're in the same room.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean
right? Because power of technology, like FaceTime, whatever, video message, whatever.
Yes.
But I'm just guilty of a lot of texting. So I think that for me, that takes away from the quality time too.
I think so too.
Right?
But if you're with someone, I think that you and I think we've established the fact that we don't like to be crowded by someone.
Yes,
we don't like
want
that.
My wings to be.
Yeah,
I want to fly.
Yeah, we tend to enjoy relationships where I can do what I do.
Yeah,
when I see you, we're good.
Yes,
but
I
don't.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
When I see you, we're good. We're ready.
We're good. I'm ready for
We're
you.
having a good time. Karaoke, whatever. Bonfire. Whatever.
Yeah.
Vegan marshmallows. Yeah, bring it on. I don't know. Just throwing that in.
Where do you get this stuff from? I'm like, are there vegan marshmallows, really?
Yes, there
There are?
Yeah.
Are they good?
Yeah, Healthy Planet.
Oh, okay.
Plug in.
Try a vegan marshmallow. Okay.
Yeah, they're actually
Fair.
pretty good.
Wow. What's
And
it
they,
made of?
I have no idea.
Same sugar?
Probably. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that there's no, gelatin or whatever it's made with.
Okay.
Or,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
It's actually decent.
Good. Note to self. Okay. Next. Gosh, we can divert. So yeah, I think that quality time, that's something that we all probably need to work on, especially with the social media age.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and we get so busy too, right?
Yeah.
Like life is busy. You got 24 hours in the day. You sleep most of it. Then you go to work and whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard and everybody has, different things to do. Kids,
Yeah.
businesses. Nobody works one job anymore.
Right.
Like,
But-
trying to do certain things. So we as people need to start doing just investing in quality time, and I'll be the first to say that definitely I need to do that.
Yes.
I don't do enough of that.
And once again, if the person you are with, if that is their love language, you have to respect that.
No, for sure. For
And
sure.
if you can't be with somebody who needs you around or needs to be talking to you all the time, then you need to probably find somebody who's going to be more into that love language.
Oh, for sure.
Because otherwise it is going to drive you crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's not fair to the other person.
Then you're in an
either.
argument every day or every week.
And it's just not fair. And it doesn't
You're not
get any
spending
better.
time.
Because that's not their love language.
Yeah, man.
I
haven't seen you in weeks.
Yeah, weeks. Oh,
I don't know. I'm just
do you live across the water? Like, what do you mean weeks? Okay, that's pushing it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh
weeks.
My!
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Months.
So if you're not seeing them in weeks, there is definitely down to our last fifth love language. There's no physical touch going on.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
So I don't know. Mm-hmm. You for me, that's I like the physical touch, but I mean, you need the quality time.
So then I have to question: do you really like physical touch? I'm like, who are you touching? Right?
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
What do these kids say now? Pause.
Pause. Yes. Pause. That's funny. Oh, my godson. Yes, they call him Pause when he gets his haircut. But anyways,
Right?
yeah. So how physical touch? What is that? Your love language? We've
I think so.
established? Yeah? Okay.
I personally think so. But I mean, now that I really look at it, and I look at all of them, I'm like, okay, well, we started off with words of affirmation, acts of service, and I might have to change and say that the acts of service is more of my speed.
Okay. Why are you changing?
Because I just really think that when people do little things for me, I really appreciate it. Like I find as I've gotten older, I think my love language changed. I think when I was younger, it was more a physical, physical touch, whatever, But I think now for me, as I really think about myself and reevaluate it, I think acts of service is the most important thing for me.
Okay. And in your childhood, and I'm going to keep going back to childhood because I know once again, I had mentioned that we're not huggy people.
No.
My family. So physical touch was never, that didn't define whether or not you loved me and how much you loved me. I just never thought of it like that,
Yeah.
So for a lot of people who need the physical touch, like I know my children, for what my ex is very affectionate, so I think physical touch for him is huge.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me, and so I didn't understand. So when we say, it gets difficult when someone's trying to express their love language to you and it's not yours, and you're not understanding, like, why do I need to touch you every time I walk by you in the kitchen? Like, why?
Yeah, you don't need to touch me all the time. What's wrong with you?
But some people need that, right?
No, some people do. I get it. No, there's a lot of people out there that really like the affection.
Yes.
And they need that.
Yeah.
Right? They need that in their life. And it's if they don't get it, you can actually tell, you can see the pain in their spirit. Like, okay, this person hasn't touched me or hasn't hugged me.
Yeah.
How come you haven't kissed me today?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's the matter with you? Is something wrong? And then you get all these questions. And if that's not your language, you're like,
what's up?
Why are you asking me all that? Why do you need to be touched all the time?
Right.
I didn't feel like kissing you yet.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
And then there's that little,
but
that space in between. There's a gap now. There's a gap between you and that person in that relationship, and
because
it's like
they genuinely feel like you just don't love them. You're not attracted to them.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong.
And it has nothing to do with any of that. It's not my love language. So it's hard for me to understand why you constantly need me to touch you.
Yes.
And then that's when trouble starts.
So definitely, you need to understand your love language and what it is. And for me, like I said, I just had my epiphany. I'm like, wait, acts of service is definitely mine.
That's for you.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, at the end of the day, it really is for you to take a moment to think about genuinely what is your love language, because if it's not something that you can communicate to your partner, whoever it is that you're with, things can get pretty hairy, I think.
Yes.
They can get pretty interesting, and for no reason, because it's so easily solved.
Yes.
But then the flip side is you have to be with somebody who's receiving that information.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're going to give you what you need, vice versa.
So let's just put it this way. Think about it. What is your love language? What does it mean to you? And there's 5 of them.
Yeah, there's 5.
Does it have to be 1? 2?
It doesn't
3?
have to be 1, 2, or 3, or 5. It's
Right?
probably a bit of everything, but there's one that I think we all really just that hits us at the core.
Yeah, one really resonates with you and stands out.
Yes.
It is your love language. This is the top of your list.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you where we said, like, you know, they all roll into each other. Mm-hmm. But then, yes, there is one that really, really, really stands out.
Yes, I agree.
Right.
I agree. So while you're figuring that out, please message us, let us know, keep us updated, because we want to share this experience with you. And if there's any questions that you guys have about your love language and maybe how you can, I don't know, express yourself to the other person and how you want to deliver the messages. And if somebody tells you about their love language and you're not receiving it well and you want our opinion, ask. It's all good.
It's all good. Maybe you're just going to start looking at your partner differently. Like, honey, what's your love language?
Yeah. That's a great conversation to have, isn't it?
It depends, though. It depends, because, you know, sometimes women be like,
No, but it's not about that. It's about understanding.
Yes.
And to be progressive in any relationship, it's about understanding.
yeah, cuddle up with him on the couch and then ask him.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Give him some good dinner or
If
something.
he wants you to touch him. I'm just saying. Anyhow, it's been a great time. Another episode of Life Stripes with Kathy and Dee. We're wrapping it up. But yeah.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe.
Please.
Thank you.
Do. Enjoy.